Hello everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle. Oh, let me adjust this camera ever so slightly. How are you guys doing? Today we're going to be training a mysterious number of minutes because my chess student who I'm going to be teaching next is coming back from an event and they're going to be late. So basically, it could be anywhere between half an hour, as the timer shows, to an hour. So we're just going to get training and see how much we can do in the meantime. Welcome Josh, welcome Pranay. Hope you guys are doing well and ready for some woodpecker training, because we are not changing our schedule, we are just getting on with it. So one little thing I'll quickly mention before we start is I had a really great day today. I actually met up with someone from the Chess Lifestyle channel, a guy called Nico. So a really cool guy living in Osaka. And yeah, he's been a long time watcher of the Chess Lifestyle journey. So shout out to him if he happens to be watching, although I don't think he watches the streams. But yeah, it was cool. We actually played a couple games of chess, a couple games of shogi, and just absorbed the vibes of Osaka. And it kind of made me feel a bit sad that I kind of got unlucky with living in Kyoto instead of Osaka, because I think Osaka would suit me as a person a lot better. But yeah, okay, I could ramble a lot more on that topic, so let's just get into the training. Okay, you're doing okay, and you'll follow these woodpecker puzzles. Fantastic. Let's do it. Let's get to it and grind. Okay, so we've got Mr. Alyakin against WAP. What a name. 1925 in a Simmel. Alyakin to win. Okay, instinct is to play queen c3 and just, caveman my way to victory. Okay, so let's actually try and understand what's going on. 4-6, 4-6, bishop, bishop. Okay, so exchange down. So we need to play dynamically. Queen c3 is one candidate move. They're underdeveloped as well, so I really want to try and attack. I didn't even notice that the rook's being attacked, right? So this is this is my kind of issue in when playing chess. So okay, did not notice the rook was being attacked. So okay, they're underdeveloped. The bishop is pressuring the rook. Anything else to note? Not really. So okay, at the very least we can win back our exchange with a decent enough position. I mean, we've even got rook d1. Probably queen back to b6 to cover the d8 square. And okay, we definitely have a bit of something, but maybe not a lot. So yeah, anything that's better than bishop takes rook. Let's have a look. So queen c3 is 1. Anything else to consider? Rook d1 maybe? But that comes with check, they take back. I mean, we've got no threat, so probably not. So, okay, queen c3. Queen c3, we are threatening to win a whole rook. So only move is to play c5. My thoughts are maybe to play b4. But the thing is, they could go like queen d8. But then again, we can take the pawn, and we're threatening to win the rook again. The rook cannot still move because of this checkmate. I mean, it looks so good, this queen c3. Is there anything I'm missing? c5 is the only move, and then we just go b4. Is there anything here? I mean, maybe they can try queen f6 as another way to try and defend, but again, we take with the pawn and we're threatening the rook. Yeah, this is just winning. It's just winning. They block with the pawn. So why can't... they can stop the checkmate. Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. I did not consider that. So pawn takes. They've got queen d8. No. Pawn takes, they just moved the rook. But then, isn't their queen being attacked? So actually, this doesn't help. I just take the pawn and I'm winning. What am I missing here? Just take it and we're winning. Yeah, okay. What? Okay, really weird. F6 I thought was going to be a big save, but no. And after bishop d4, queen d4, rook d1, queen f6 with unclear play. So not queen b6, queen f6. Let's see if there's a big difference between these two moves very quickly. Wow, there is a big difference. So queen b6 is f5 with huge advantage for white. But queen f6, I guess there's no f5. And if there's no f5, then it's actually not clear. I mean, white's even got the worst pawn structure. Let me just get that completely clear. So if they take, can take back or play queen d2. No, that's not a free pawn. There's a queen here. Okay. Life is tough. Life is tough. Okay, but we got it right. Okay, David asks, is it not just queen c3? Good morning to you. Good night to me. And good evening to people in the UK. Welcome, Gloin, to the stream. And yeah, welcome, David. Welcome, Jan. Queen c3, c5, b4. f6, bc5. Boom. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's keep it up. Aliakin to win his Simmel game. Knight, bishop, rook, rook, queen. Wait, okay. Let me make sure I have the time remaining. Okay. Okay, so, queen, rook, rook, knight, bishop. Queen, rook, rook, knight, bishop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, on a very big side note, I just want to share something I found really funny. So, there's this prophecy that there's going to be like this huge catastrophic earthquake in Japan in July. For the record, I'm leaving Japan in June, so clearly I'm going to be fine. But, you know, I think this is a load of... Well, obviously it's a load of rubbish, right? But, I mean, the person who made this prophecy basically predicted, like, COVID, supposedly. So, you know, people are kind of, like, freaking out about it and stuff. But I read the funniest article today, because now that the, you know, July 2025 is, like, pretty soon, the author released like some kind of like short story or manga or something like this, basically, you know, depicting like you know, how it's gonna go down in July. But she like the author then said that technically she never actually said like July 2025. Like, I don't know, like some editor kind of like wrote July 2025 to add dramatic effect, so it's not like her actual prediction, and she made some other wishy-washy statement to kind of like invalidate her original claim. But it's just so funny to me, because like, if the earthquake doesn't happen in July 2025, well then she'll just be like, yeah, I didn't actually say it, right? But if an earthquake does happen, she's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm the prophet, I said, like, I saw everything. It's just like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I mean, like, Given how like she's just reacted recently about like her whole claim, which for the record has literally led to like flights in Hong Kong being like cancelled to Japan, because, you know, people have been cancelling their flights out of like fear that there's going to be this, you know, prophecy be told or something. It's just so stupid. But it's just like, I'm sure that's how her COVID prediction went down as well, that she probably had all these articles saying like, you know, technically I'm not actually suggesting this, and then when it happens it's like, yo, I'm the beast. I got all of this, you know? It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going. So okay, we got queen, queen, rook, 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 bishop, bishop, knight, knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. We have an isolated pawn, but it's a pass pawn. We've also got bishop on the line of the king. What else is there to note? The queen is somewhat hanging. Again, some lack of development from the opponent. Somehow makes me really want to make use of this, right? Like play d6, if they play king h8, maybe knight g6. Get the fork. If the pawn takes, then try and deliver checkmate. But of course there's a lot that can go wrong here. I mean, the knight is attacking our queen. So if we go d6, if they block the bishop and we take it, they could potentially take our bishop. Right? So that would be a trade. That would just be a trade, I think. But then again, their rook is attacked at the end of this line. But so is ours. It's not completely clear to me. I mean, what happens if we just move the queen? Is there anything problematic with that? I mean, maybe this pawn is a bit weak, like, or just like queen e2 or something. So we gotta beat like some passive move like queen e2. I mean, this is the only check, right? Only check. So d6 check. If they move the king and we give this check, then they actually have to take it, we get mate. So the only move in this position is to block. So they can block with the rook, they can block with the bishop, they can block with the queen. If they block with the queen, we take the queen and we're winning. If they block with the rook... In fairness, if they block with the rook, we can now play queen d5, queen takes, bishop takes, and we'll win in exchange. So that seems pretty decisive. And if they block with the bishop, can we really not improve on this? Like take with a knight somehow, but not. Let me imagine bishop takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Knight takes, knight takes. Okay, we can go rook d3 hitting the knight, and my problem was that they could go rook here, but then we get the fork. I think we get the fork at the end, so maybe then they have to hit my knight like this? It's such a long line. But then we can hit their rook. You know what? I think that's actually legit. We hit their rook and then we win their knight at the end. I think I'm confident with this. Okay, they just blunder mate. That's just so stupid. You know, sometimes... Okay, I mean, okay, maybe if that's actually how the game went, then you can't really blame Mr. Axel Smith before I go on another rant. But yeah, rook d3 and he just stops it there. I mean, you can't stop it there. I mean, the knight can be counterattacked, right? But I think I saw the whole line. So the point is, on rook e8, there's knight c7. And on rook f6, there's knight c7 again. Yeah, and at least we win the knight. I mean, okay, I didn't pick up on the fact that we lose the pawn, but at least we're up a knight, and the knight's not trapped. The knight's not trapped. So, I mean, we can play knight b5 at least, and we keep an advantage. So that's fair enough. Okay, d7 is actually even stronger. Yeah, I didn't pick up on d7. But okay, we found an advantage, so that's good. Okay, let me catch up with chat. I realize I'm quite far back. Or Europe. Hey, Europe. Let's go, Europe. Got the whole world on this stream. That's crazy. Vidit, we got Vidit in chat. That's crazy. How is 2700 life? Okay, I hope you appreciate that. I'm just kidding, Mr. Vermani. Discover check, knight check, rook check. Yes, that is the correct line. Is it a prophecy or actual geophysical evidence? Yeah, win-win for her, for real. Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's just some lunatic prophecy, but maybe she has some scientific backing. I have no idea. How would Osaka fit my personality better? Basically, Osaka is kind of like the very eccentric part of Japan where I would say Japan is very like rule governed, but in Osaka people like are a bit more progressive there and kind of are a bit more artistic as well. Like there's a lot of like kind of maybe like punk culture and stuff, like shit that wouldn't fly in the rest of Japan can fly in Osaka. That's how I'd put it. So I think like, yeah, as a person, I mean, this is basically me in a nutshell, right? But yeah, it's a cool place, really cool place. I think we'll probably meet up one more time actually before I leave. Like I'm kind of down to visit Osaka again and see a bit more of it. It's like a 1 hour train from me. But okay. Queen, rook, rook, queen, rook, rook. Bishop, bishop. They've got a knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 2 pawns for knight. I suddenly see ideas of this kind of like checkmate motif, right? If they try and like snag our queen, then we just go rook f8 and then rook h8, and that's actually a checkmate. So this looks promising if they can't take our queen. Now, do they have any counter checks? Yes, they do have a check here we need to watch out for. But let's say we take on g7. If they take with the knight, don't really have a follow. I'm trying to make like queen h8 stuff work, but doesn't quite. Yeah, this is why you need proper candidate moves. So, okay, let's try and understand anything more about the position. Got this kind of tension. Pawn is pinned. Pawn is protecting bishop. Potential rook coming down. Queen coming down. This is going on. This is a check. Need to consider it. Tension here. So, okay, if we don't do anything here, let's say we just play the move a3, what is black going to do to us? They can probably take this knight. If we take with the pawn, I mean, that looks dangerous for them. If we take here, if we take here, and we don't take our queen, because we already saw that led to mate, if they go with knight here, for some reason, I couldn't see that this move was promising, because for some reason I said after king takes queen check, it's not checkmate. But the point is I just didn't look any further. I mean, at that point, there's either king f7 or king e7. If king f7, there's just checkmate in 1 with rook takes. And if king e7, then rook takes g7 with stalemate. So I think then bishop g7 is just winning. So bishop g7, anything else they can try. We're threatening checkmate in 1, we're threatening checkmate in 1. So they need to eliminate this. If they eliminate with the queen, at the very least, we take, and we get a bishop and a rook for, I mean queen and pawn for bishop and rook, at the very least. But probably we've got something better. Like for instance, we can take this check. Because if we take with the rook first, then the knight takes back and defends the rook. But if we take with the queen first with check, then we can win the queen after. So yeah, this is winning. What did we say here? We said rook f8. Check. Okay, very nice. Let's see if you guys got it. Are you still in the intermediate sections? Yes. I think we've still got like 100 of these to go. How do you have viewers in Japan? I have viewers probably all over the world at this point. I mean it's a pretty globalized world and everyone kind of finds chess sooner or later. So if this is intermediate, I'm quitting chess. I don't think this one was too bad, Jan. You mean 2700 minus 2000 life? Yeah. I get that. I get that. Life can definitely feel like 700 elo at times. Gonna call you Punk from now on. Honestly, Punk sounds pretty cool. Okay, you actually got there, Jan. That's good. That's good. Wait, what? Oh, you're gonna get mugged off by Axel Smith. Alakine played what Jan suggested. Bruh. And it's not even good. That's crazy. White is a piece down, but the open black king is enough to draw the game. That's crazy. Bro missed a win. Dude, how can you be a world champion and miss a win? That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I mean, okay, at least you found the same move as a world champion, Jan. That's at least something. I didn't even see this for some reason. Yeah, I just didn't consider this forcing line enough, which I guess is quite lucky. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow sacking on f8 just felt more promising, like one of these kind of sacrifices rather than taking it. Yeah, crazy. Okay, let's keep going with Mr. Aliakin. Okay, black to play. Immediate reaction is rook takes c3, because then I defend my queen. If they take with the queen, I take and give rook check and pick up the rook. If they take with the rook, then I just go check. Does that win something? That's the last line I need to see, right? Yeah, I don't quite see how that works. So again, shouldn't tunnel vision so soon. Okay, we got bishop knight. Okay, equal material. Okay, so basically what's going on here, there's some tension here. The queen is actually loose. Black is not castled yet, so there's some potential weakness. We've got a beautiful battery on the A file. This guy is a bit loose as well. These pieces feel very out of play. We do have one check with this bishop though. And I mean, we do have like a move like knight c5, right? Because that does defend the queen. So these moves need to be considered too. So we've got knight c5, knight e5. We've got the rook takes c3. We should consider what happens if we trade. So knight c5 is starting to look more and more tempting, to be honest. Because if they take, we even get the fork. So knight c5, they kind of have to take. In which, there has to be a winner here. Just has to be. I mean, rook takes would mean that we only win a pawn. But maybe that's enough. And maybe it's going to be more than a pawn, because what do they even do? I mean, they'd probably have to trade, in which we take. And that looks decent, but what are our candidate moves within the variation, right? So knight takes. If they take, what can we play? We can also play bishop takes. That also wins back the piece. That also pins the queen. If they take with the rook, then we take. And this is completely winning. We're an exchange up. Right? Did I miss anything here? Bishop takes. I mean, they have to take, otherwise they lose a queen. And then we just take. So this is winning. Okay. Good. So lots and lots of different lines. Yo, Alakine. Wait. Oh, Alakine lost this? Bro. Alakine. What you doing? Bishop d6. Ah. But then rook c3 came in and it was still winning anyway. Oh, rook c3, rook a1. as a winning attack. I mean, after rook c1, what's the winning attack? Oh, probably rook c1, you can go queen takes d2, king takes d2, knight b3 check. And then you win, yeah. Okay, very nice. Ooh, okay. Frizz with the accidental rook takes c3, but good job for correcting with bishop takes c3. Have you ever played these games? Might be a fun way to end these training streams. What do you mean by play these games? Like play these positions? I mean, studying the Alekhine with white. Okay, what line did you come up with, Tricky? What is your answer? Imagine your name being attached to a blunder on move 1. Yo, I ain't gonna take that disrespect of the Alekhine opening. Alekhine opening. Yo, if someone... I mean, Jan, I want to check your record on opening tree against the Alekhine. I bet black has a higher percentage of wins. Oh, but you don't even play e4. You don't even play e4. So, that's why. If you played e4, Alekhine would tear you up. So Tricky declined it with knight c3? The f4 line. I don't know the f4 line. So what, like e4, knight f6, knight c3, d5? e5, knight d7? And what, you play f4 there? That can't be good. Josh says, no, I was referring to my previous message about the Bandel and Hurdle. Okay, I didn't even see that one. Bandel and Hurdle? The hell is that? Okay, you have to explain, Josh. I have no idea what Bandel and Hurdle means. It is not Thursday. Yeah, I know it's not Thursday. Did I mention it's Thursday? I mean, it's a Wednesday stream, right? Okay, let's do one more. I was talking to Frizz when I said knight c3. Ah, okay. Oh, and then you're saying the f4 line in normal. Okay, got it. So you play the 4 pawns. Tricky, I don't know why you're playing the 4 pawns. I think 4 pawns is an absolute horrendous choice as white, because black doesn't even have one way to play it. They have so many different ways they can play against 4 pawns, and they're so tricky. I mean, you know, if you like, but just be careful. Just be careful with that. Okay, let's have a think. Alright, bishop, knight, knight. So we've got bishop pair, we've got rook, queen, rook, queen. 4, 7, 4, 7. For some reason, knight takes g7 is just calling. I don't know why. Probably it's nonsense. Okay, so bishop h6 is now calling. That looks a bit more promising. Okay, so yeah, something is definitely going on here with this knight, because there's all of this kind of stuff. The knight is also potentially hanging here. Tension between the bishops, x-ray of the queen. This guy is out of play. Knight is pretty well defending stuff. Okay, so candidate moves here. That's a capture, we should look at it. That's a check, we should look at it. Bishop h6 threatens the defense, so we should look at it. Rook takes knight should be considered. Bishop takes bishop should be considered. That's probably about it. At least for now. So let's start with the check. Knight f6 pawn takes. Do you have any follow-up there? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's try this bishop h6. So bishop h6, if they take the pawn, then we give the fork, right? So bishop here, if they take the knight, we give the checkmate, right? So bishop here, if they try and play a move like knight here, what then? We can take, they would need to take back with the queen. And the thing is, we want to give this fork at the end, but there might be the problem that they can throw in this check. So I wonder if we need to take this rook at some point. So let's imagine we play bishop h6 and they play this. And let's imagine that we throw in rook takes e8. And if they take back with the rook, then we could go bishop takes, queen takes, and then knight g7. And I think we win the exchange and that looks good. So my question then is, if we go bishop h6, and they go knight f5, and we go take, what if they take with the queen? Well, then we just win the knight, because they can't take back because of mate. So I think that all looks very eloquent. Bishop here, anything else except for knight f5 that can defend. I mean, we also save our knight. This is like a really nice looking idea. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Bishop here, what if they play queen d6? At the very least, I can trade. Then I could take with the knight. And let's say if they just move somewhere, is my knight trapped? If they move there, though, I win the knight. So actually, no, I think that's... No, the knight's still here. Wait a sec. Bishop here, if they play queen d6, do I have something? Queen takes d6, pawn takes d6. Knight takes g7. Rook f8. I guess I could probably play g4 and control one of these squares for the knight to retreat. Don't think there's a way they can disrupt these pieces there. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm happy with it. This was the line we looked at, and we said we want to throw this move in first. Alternative, seriously? So what, this is working, they take, and then I've got a move here, which I didn't see. I guess knight takes g7 is still strong, but it doesn't look as convincing. I have no idea. Okay. And then, yeah, there's apparently a move here. I mean, knight g7 looks like the only promising move, but it doesn't look as good as my line. Yeah, let's see the difference. Let's see if my line was better or Alekhine's line was better. Alright, so bishop h6, queen d6 is actually top move, so I'm really glad I at least considered it. Knight f5 is critical. Oh, no, my line isn't as good. That's a shame. Rook takes, bishop takes, and I get the fork. I was really happy with this, which is good. So what did I miss here? Queen e7. What a nasty move. That is actually so nasty. Going for checkmate. I did not consider this one. Yeah. And f4, that's a really ugly move to have to play. Why can't you play like h4? Now you can take on h6. Oh, that's really nasty. Wow. And actually, yeah, you don't even have a big advantage. I mean, it's literally just their pawn structure being bad. But apparently, f4 makes a difference. f4, if they take on h6. Now we have bishop d7. Oh, what is that? Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. I mean, this is the problem, right? Like, even if I can do these woodpecker exercises, I mean, I'm so far from seeing moves like queen e7 and bishop d7. Like, it's just insane resources, but that's just how chess is. Yeah, my queen e7 move is annoying. I guess if I spent a bit longer to understand that I had back rank problems, I actually didn't pick up on the fact that I had back rank problems, then things would have been a bit different. Okay, let me check on my student, see if we're having a lesson anytime soon. Looks like we can go a bit longer. Yeah, queen e7 is nasty. Imagine seeing back rank mate, literally. Welcome Arjun, welcome Sapsara. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, you guys are both playing Open in Crew. Exciting times. Bishop h6 decisive. Yeah, it does look good. Jan says, I'm at an over-the-board tournament and I'm the top seed with 1860 rating. Why are you playing as the top seed instead of playing in the section above? Are you trying to sandbag Jan, or what's the deal? Oh, they're daily games like Wordle, but for songs. I see. I mean, that would be a fun way, Josh, to end the streams, but unfortunately, I'm a massive chess nerd, and we only do chess on this channel. So, that's how it's gonna be, unfortunately. I do not like distractions from the cause, unless there's a very good reason for it, and I don't have a very good reason. So, yep, we're gonna have to just keep going. So black to play. We're almost at exercise 400. Let's go. You know what? I'm actually gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some tomatoes and munch on them. Okay, you guys can think. One of the most underrated life hacks, if you enjoy cherry tomatoes, is putting your cherry tomatoes in the fridge, because they last so much longer and they actually taste even better. In my humble opinion, I think they've got a bit of a crunch. They're kind of like a bit colder on the sensations. I think out of the fridge, cherry tomatoes, really solid. Okay, so we've got 2 rooks against a queen. 4v3, 2v3. X-ray. Pressure. Potential pressure. I want to win material here. One candidate. I guess this is another, this is another, this is another. I mean, this one looks by far the most promising, so let's look at it. If pawn takes, rook takes. Knight f3 to avoid losing the knight. Let's go rook f8. I mean, I'd still feel very scared in this position as black. I guess maybe the point is, like, eventually, wherever they go, we're probably going to pick up the c pawn, which defends the c6 pawn. And then maybe black's doing alright there. I also really like removing the knight from the queen, because the queen and knight can work very well together, but a queen on its own is not that scary. I think this looks really good. There are no checks to consider. No good checks. I think we can just take it. What is that, though? Oh, man. I at least looked to see if there are any checks, but this capture is kind of... What is this? Okay, so rook f7 would be the instinct here. I mean, if they take on a6, then we do something. We do something mean. What do we do? Okay, if we, what do we do? Rook f7, and then we check somewhere. Maybe like here. If they try and run this way, we can check them like this. Maybe check them like this. There's so many options though. So many options. I mean, Rook f7 has to be played though. There's no other move. I mean, Rook f7, maybe they just go back knight d5 and then I win the queen. What am I talking about? Rook f7 has to be the move. It was also good enough to take the knight. Oh, why would I take the knight? Take the knight is like such an ugly consideration. I wouldn't even consider taking the knight. Rook f7 is like so much better. Wow, black is winning here? I wouldn't have said it was winning. I would have said like maybe advantage at most. That's a crazy evaluation. Is that a life hack? I thought that was the default. No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, please other people share in chat, but I thought people leave their tomatoes outside. They don't leave it in the fridge. Some people have like weird habits when it comes to like leaving like fruit or vegetables in the fridge. I mean, that's maybe what it comes down to, right? Do you view the tomato as a fruit or a vegetable? If you view it as a vegetable, it should just go straight in the fridge anyway, right? Maybe some people view it as more of a fruit, and that's why they leave it outside. Interesting, Josh mentions king takes h7. Yeah, Jenny says instinct was king h7. Okay, everything is winning anyway? Okay. That's fair. But yeah, this is minus 1.28 or minus 1.31. I mean, this is not winning. Like, there's literally lazy annotations from, like, that is winning. This is not a winning advantage. Are you kidding me? Not a winning advantage. King e1, though, has to be very precise. But rook f1 is what I would have played. And this is already me messing it up. This is already not... This is definitely losing territory. Holy crap. Yeah, it's preferring just to, like, you know, get the hell out and protect c6. Yeah, winning. What a joke. This book, I swear to God, this book is like the... just, why can't it be better, you know? Like, it had so much potential to be better, and it's just not. It's just really not. Okay, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, my student has managed to get home in time. Well, not in time, but he is now ready for the lesson. So we're going to have to end on 399. We will continue our training on Friday. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. And sorry for the abrupt end, but I have to go teach a lesson. So, on that note, guys, see you round.